Salam alaikum yen wa Banjul, yen ñole nuyu. Nuyu ci sen tur ak ci sen santa, ila sen jami yaram. Amna loo xam ne mu ci dëkk bi, bu leen ko seetaan. Toppa doomi jàmbur di ko liggéey, cede du la dara. Lu ci waay def ci sa boppam, soo ko defal fekke. Ñun xale yi suppa yi gurba, santa den Yàlla. Yàlla ñu Yàlla yóbbu ci kanam, amiin yaa Rabbi. Salam alaikum yen wa Banjul, ñun ñoo leen nuyu. Nuyu ci seen tur ak ci seen santa, di la seen jami yaram. Am na loo xam ne mu ci dëkk bi, bu leen ko seetaan. Toppa doomi jàmbur di ko liggéey.
Thank you very much, Mr. Uncle Halifa Sallah, for that very, very succinct explanation of the history that ushered in the new Gambia, and also for doing justice to the theme of today, which is reconciliation, justice, and democratization in the new Gambia. So, as I said in the beginning, this is a dialogue, this is an interaction. Halifa have given his take, so now we will open the floor to questions from the audience.
My name is Famara Sanyang, and I am from the Gambia. I know most of you here. I was born in 69 Lancaster Street, so I'm a Banjulian. So I know I have never lived anywhere else than Banjul, otherwise, apart from Bergen and okay. But anyway, thank you very much, Honorable Sallah. And as I said when I met you before your presentation, that you have been a source of inspiration for people like me. I mean, I've been living in Norway now for many years, soon 30 years. So it's a long time. But as a student in the Gambia, you open our eyes, our minds, and our hearts for the interests of the country. And as you said, you said that the self-perpetuating leadership having part of our culture. And some people call it the Mansaya mentality. I think people who know Mandinka know what a Mansa is. And a Mansa is a king. And what have been happening in the Gambia under Jammeh, under Jawara, is that we have this self-perpetuating leadership. Because people kind of raise themselves over the people they are leading. They are not their servants, but they are their kings. And if you want to change our country, I think the process you've started, it's a good way to go forward. I know so many people have a lot of things to say, so I won't speak long. But I just want to ask you one question, sir. You are, as you said, our development should be based on knowledge. And you taught me a new word, ethno-linguistic background. I mean, we use ethnic groups, but I think ethno-linguistic is more precise. Because you said we are all Gambians. And as you said, you point out a very important view, because when you read issues on Facebook, on the internet, there is a lot of anger. And as you said, if people are angry, start to insult, then they distance themselves from the wise people. Then you end up having people who only agree with you, and that will never create reconciliation. Because we are all Gambians, and that's what we present ourselves, and that's the way we are treated. Nobody asks us which ethnic group you belong. Okay. And then the last question, thank you, Omar, for cutting me. I mean, I want to do as Mr. Sallah said, that it's 5 minutes and then I will conclude. I promise to conclude, use just less than a minute. The last question is, you mentioned a lot of rights. How do you call it? This sovereign entity. I've been living in Norway for so many years. My English is not so good. The sovereign entity of these citizens. And so many rights you've mentioned. But my worry, I am very optimistic that we have created a 0 point now to build a new Gambia. But that was the mistake of both the two republics. They didn't have time to build up the nation where we become identified as Gambians. But what I missed in your presentation is, how is this present regime going to create and make sure that the citizens get the rights you've mentioned? Right to health, right to education, right to employment. Because I didn't see the political ideology here, because there's a lot of political ideology, because everything is politics. So you cannot have a coalition without a clear political ideology, because, okay, I will stop there. You know what I'm talking about.
I know very
Thank
well.
you.
Maybe we can we just take one more? Just one more, because of the time. Yeah. Please make it short. Yeah.
Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, in our quest to make sure that we stop the entrenchment, the self-perpetuation to power, the Constitution, up until now, we haven't seen a bill or a motion being passed to bring back the term limits. Even though you did mention it in your summation, there have been a couple of bills passed onto the Parliament, for ratification. What are we waiting?
Yes, the two questions are linked. I would have, of course, touched on most of these issues, but as you can see, time is not on our side. And through your questions, maybe we'll be able to analyze it. I mentioned that we have a regime change. So what regime change has brought about is an executive who is functioning under a constitution which has been inherited. And that constitution gives the executive real monarchical powers, which must be humbled through constitutional reform. For example, the president can appoint ministers and remove them without giving any explanation. On a reform system, at least the National Assembly, if you're appointed minister, at least you should appear before the National Assembly, just like it happens in many parts of the world, at least to defend your track record before you are seen to be the person who should be confirmed. So there is need for a stronger check and balance system to avoid the self-perpetuating rule of the past, which means that we have affirmed a decision that we will move away from self-perpetuating rule through a manifesto, but it is yet to be transformed into an instrument of the state, which is a law, to make sure that it does not happen. And the starting point is what he said is constitutional reform. You must reform the constitution, number one. Today, let me tell you this. If something happened to President Barrow, even though no one would wish that to happen to him, and he's no more, it is the Speaker of the National Assembly who will be the President of the Gambia. Because under Section 65 of the Constitution, when the office of President becomes vacant, it is the Vice President who should occupy it, and there is really no Vice President. You ask the question, why? Why? Only the President can explain that, because there is no explanation. It's just the will of the President not to appoint a Vice President, because the President should appoint a Vice President. In fact, under Section 77 of the Constitution, it is the Vice President who should represent the President in the National Assembly on any matter if the President does not appear. So it is mandatory to have a Vice President to be part of the cabinet, because there are special functions that only the Vice President can deliver. And you cannot have somebody observing the position of vice president when you have not sworn in to be a vice president. You know, a vice president is sworn in to be a vice president. The oath matters in assuming the office. So in short then, these are all issues which do not conform to the fundamental objectives of creating a situation where we'll address the issue of self-perpetuating rule. But why I emphasize that it is system change is that you have short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals in remedying the shortcomings of the system. Agreed, it is slow, but remedy it must, because already that is the consensus. And nobody can go against that without really offending the larger majority, and I don't think anybody wants to offend the larger majority. So in that sense, we can have assurance that the constitutional amendments will come. And in terms of the 3 years, well, if the president wants, out of his own free will, to ensure that he serves only 3 years, then the constitutional amendment of section 65 would be necessary. Because as it stands, if the president is not there, if you have a vice president, he serves the rest of the term. And that is a person who is not elected by anybody. If the vice president is not there, the speaker will serve the rest of the term, and that person is not elected. So obviously, there's a constitutional faux pas. You need to amend that constitution, which the opposition had realized, and we have recommended. We have recommended before in our submission to Jammeh, as part of the recommendation for electoral reform, to reform that precise provision of the constitution, so that if the office of president becomes vacant, you will have a vice president for 90 days, and then there will be an election to the office of president, you know, after the 90 days. So that will create the possibility that if the president at this moment, just as a force of example, decide to shorten his term as a means of putting an end definitively to self-perpetuating rule, then with that constitutional reform, he will just resign, and the office will become vacant, and then there will be election to the presidency. That was the intention. The intention was to give Gambia a new start. You do not think party, you do not think individual. You have a start where a genuine multi-party system will start after the resignation of the president, and then whoever is elected will serve 1 term, 2 terms, which will of course require constitutional reform. Those are the priority constitutional reform. Also, the absolute majority principle must be introduced, so that you cannot become a president of the Gambia without having more than 51%, more than 50% of the votes cast. These are all constitutional reforms waiting to be effected. So it is good to emphasize to you that the self-perpetuating rule will have to be addressed through constitutional reform, through institutional reform, and through raising the awareness of the Gambian people, so that they will no longer accept a leader of such a nature. Those are the means of addressing at the moment. I don't know, I think I've addressed your question. Yeah.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. I don't speak English, hein? I'm gonna speak Wolof. Assalamu alaikum, Sëñ Sall, vraiment kontaan nañ trop si déglu la. Sa waxtaan wi tey am na fu bari fu mu nu yóbbu. Defe naa ne ku déglu bu baax gën a xam ni li ngay waxee ni wax borom xam-xam la. Mais man dafa am foo xam ne dama fa xaw a gàtt tuuti. Mooy ni yow da nga bokkoon si ñu doon xeex. te dama déggee sa wax ni daanaka mbir mi lépp si sa loxo la nekkoon te nga bokkoon si coalition bi mais ma gis ni jëloo fa benn position te borom xam-xam nga te yow xam-xam bi nga am def naa Afrique yooyu lañ soxla lu tax jëloo benn position foofu loolu jaaxal na ma trop foofu laa bëggoon nga wax ma ko. mais nag kontaan nañ trop ba pare nag jaaxal na ma tamit ñu organiser lii nga jóge ba Gambie ñëw ba fii joxuñu la temps naf boo xam ni mën nga nu waxtaanal wax nu lu leer. loolu tamit jaaxal na ma. jërë ngeen jëf.
waaw dafa mel ni nag sa mujjantali wax gi dafa mel ni man maa ko def ndax dama waroon a ñëw bés bi nga xam ne moom lañ ma jagleeloon wànne nag suñu assemblée nationale bi continuer National Assembly continuer am waxtaan boo xam ne bii su ma fa bàyyi woon dinaa bàyyi waxtu woo xam ne dugaaguñ ci ñun holiday bi ñu war a am ci National Assembly bi te boobu August la mooy ci la ñu am recess so moo tax ma ñaanoon leen ne wax dëgg neex yàlla pour bàyyi National Assembly ne maa ngaa tukki loolu dina xala diis so moo tax ma continuer bés bi nga xam ne moom lañ ma jagleeloon pour ma ñëw waaw ñu wax nag ne bés bi suñu ko defee nit ñi dinañ fi teew su ko defee ñu continuer rek def waxtaan wi bon nag maa yore sikk gi ci wàllu googu waaw ñaareel ba itam mooy li nga laajte mooy gis nga li ñu d'accord ba ànd mooy woon ne jàmme dañ ko fi war a génne loolu mooy woon ànd bi wane naka la ñoo suqalee ji Gambia ba ñàkk ga fa nekk bekkoor ga fa nekk coono ga fa nekk génn kooku beneen programme la nekkul programme yi coalition ndax loolu doxalin la doxalin mooy yóbbu réew doxalin mooy delloo gannaaw yaakaar naa ne kuy topp néegi député yi maa ngi faa wax ci fan yi ne war nañu seetaat doxalin bi am na yenn doxalin soo leen ko doxalee day du nuroo ak ñun doxalin biñ téye mooy liy mun a génnee Gambia ci bekkoor ndax nañ seet mbiri mbéy mi ci Gambia ñi ëpp ci doomi Gambia ay béykat lañu soo jàngee nag ci wàllu xam-xami koom-koom mun ngaa jël suuf jox ko ay nit ñu néew ñu jël ay tracteur béyee ko dinañ liggéey lu ëpp li réew mun a dundee sax loolu doxali ni mbéy la ci yenn réew yi nekk ci Amérique loolu aayul ci réew mu demee noonu ndax gis nga ne ñoom seen nit ñi nekkoon ci tool bi léegi dinañ mën a liggéey ci factory yi dinañ mën a liggéey ci services yi ndax factory yi bari nañu pour jël ay liggéeykat wante su fekkee ne béykati Gambie da nga génne ñi ëpp ca tool ya léegi nga jox ko nit ñu néew rek bon ñooñu fan lañu jëm fan lañoo war a liggéeyee ci moo tax ñun ci suñu xalaat dañu ne ci suñu xalaat ñun waxuñu xalaat ci coalition bi mooy ne da nga war a fexe béykat ba am engrais am jiw am machine ca tooli kër ya nekk ca dëkk ba ndax tooli kër yi dañu yaatu wante yenn duñ am kàttani béy ko soo leen doolelee engrais jiwu machine ñooñu suñu béyee jaay ci coopérative loolu seen alal dafa yokku seen am gën a yokku ñun dañu téye façon mbéy moomu mooy mbéy mi nga xam ne mooy génnee bekkoor waane nag am na ñu nekk ci nguur gi loolu nekkul seen xalaat ñoom téewuñ ne sax war ngaa jox béykat engrais jiwu machine ñoom téewuñ sax ne war ngaa taxawal coopérative ñoom li ñu téye mooy ne suuf sa mun nga koo jox gars yi China yi mun nañoo ñëw Kuwait mun nañoo yeneen dëkk mun nañoo ñëw ne jox ñu suuf sa nga jox leen suuf sa ñun loolu mooy wane ne ñaari programme yooyu xam nga àndul benn ndax coalition la parti bu nekk ak sa xalaat ak sa doxalin ni réew war a demee mu mel ne loolu doo ko mën a dugal ci coalition xam nga yaa ngi dégg wax ji bu baax waaw mu mel ni ñun dañ séntu woon ne ci biir coalition bi suñ ñëwee pour seet réew naka nga ko war a liggéeyee xëy na dina am ay wuutaate ci wàllu doxalin ba te waruñoo tardel doxalini coalition bi ndax santuñ leen woon saafaraal lépp dañ leen am lu ñu war a saafaraal am na fu ñu war a yóbbu réew mi ku ko jëlati ci coobere nit ñi yow nga yóbbu ko fa nga téye ne foofu nga war a jëm fekk nit ñi ñoo la jox kàddu ne ak doole ne yóbbu ko foofa loolu démocratie loolu la laaj mu mel ni ñun su fekkee ne gis nañu bunt boo xam ne foofu la réewi Gambie war a jaar waruñoo yàkkamti ne dinañ dugg ci coalition forcé leen ne foog ñu jaar ci yoon woowa loolu mooy da ngaa ñëw pour xatale ndax doo leen d'accord su yàggee mbir ma tas ñu ne yaa ko tas waaw mu mel ni loolu moo tax ñun seetlu nañ ba seetante ko gis ne am na fu ñu war a em ci liggéey bi ñu dem ci néegi député yi nag di jaaral réew mi ci yoon su ko defee li ñoo wax suñ ci jaaree mu ngi mel ni ba tey yoon mi ñu ngi ca biir suñ ci jaarul itam ñu xam ne rek suñ nekkoon ci biir itam suñ leen ko waxee duñ ca jaar te loolu daf doon isi ji jafe-jafe ci biir coalition waaw loolu mooy mbir mi mooy tontu.
Thank you so much, Honorable Sallah. Thank you for being with us here. My question is it a coincidence that none of your party members is part of the government? Was it a coincidence, or was it simply because of you as a party leader decided not to be part of the government? My second question is we the people from the diaspora can see that a lot of people, most of you people, politicians, they appreciate a lot of our engagement. But do you think we will ever witness the people from diaspora take part in, for example, elections in the Gambia?
Well, thank you very much. It's not necessarily a coincidence. I think it's a deliberate policy that in looking at the coalition, it had an agenda. The agenda was regime change to remove Jammeh. But you have many coalition parties and different ways of bringing about development in the Gambia. We've seen that the current president should be assisted to be able to stabilize the economy and move towards growth, but should not be expected that he will solve the problem of housing, he will solve the problem of poverty, 48% of the population living in abject poverty. He will be able to improve the salaries with drivers receiving less than $1,000 a month and the teachers less than $3,000 or about $3,000 a month. You know, so clearly we see that the agenda should be to begin to build the infrastructure, to build the architecture, to ensure that at least Gambia is better than what it was, knowing that we have achieved the removal of the whole agenda of self-perpetuating rule. I believe the greatest accomplishment would be what we have done. Remove a self-perpetuating ruler. Now, if we can have the constitutional reforms, have the institutional reforms to make Gambia freer, and then address some of the basic issues of economy, we believe that this regime would have, this government would have achieved what it set out to achieve. But the next agenda is really building Gambia. Because in the next 5 years, you would not want Gambia not to have a plan which will enable us to promote the general prosperity of the population, to address the issue of health, education, employment, income, etc. So that is why, for us, we believe that the parties will have a second round again after the coalition agenda, which all of us came to support, to establish, and some of us being in National Assembly, we are still giving the same ideas we would have given if we were, members of cabinet, but we are more powerful now in the sense that we will examine all the other ministries. Whilst if you are a minister, you are concentrate on only your ministry, and you cannot deal with the ministry of your colleague. You will not even permit that, or she will not permit that. So in short then, we are talking about an issue where we believe that in the next phase, we should build a genuine multi-party system where all those who have answers to the problem of the country will go and present their program to the people, and then the people will decide which program will ensure their prosperity. This is really the reason why we went to the National Assembly rather than into the cabinet. Now, the issue that has been raised is also very significant. What possibilities does Gambia have for actual development without the diaspora? Clearly, you cannot exclude the diaspora from the development of the Gambia. Okay. The statistics from government documents, which in 2015 indicated that the diaspora was giving, this just official figures published in a budget speech, $1.7 billion. And obviously, it's much more than that. But it is contributing, the diaspora is contributing immensely to the economic prosperity of the country. And therefore, as we say, no taxation without representation. You cannot contribute to the economy of your country without also the right to represent, the right to determine representation. So I am sure one of the principal reforms, constitutional reforms, institutional reforms, and legal reforms that will be effected is ensuring that the diaspora has the right to vote. That, I have no doubt, will have to be effected. All of us, I'm sure, are committed to that. It was part of the recommendation of the Gambia Opposition for Electoral Reform, and they constitute the bulk of the coalition, so I can't see how any of us will object to the diaspora voting. And then you can demand further for diaspora representation. All that would come in ambassadorial levels, in representation levels, in ministerial levels. All that could be negotiated. But to do that, you must have a very organized diaspora community. My strong recommendation is that, and I've been talking about that to many of our European colleagues, because I'm also a member of the EU ACP Parliamentary Assembly. It is important that in dealing with all these issues that foreigners are here to cause violence, become terrorists and drug peddlers, etc., in order to confront this negative stigma they intend, especially right-wing political dispensations who play on populism, to deal with that, it is important to demand for our diaspora community to be recognized as communities in those countries. Communities that will be entitled to vote for leadership, exercise a democratic dispensation, and vote for leaders who will be recognized by those countries as leaders of those groups, who must be consulted in any matter dealing with that community. And anybody who comes newly will be registered by that community as a member. And that community will be able to handle issues of the education of our children, the marriages, the breakdowns of families, so that we'll have our own people doing counseling and support systems, etc., so that we emerge as a community responsible for ourselves. I believe that that is the starting point of ensuring that the diaspora will begin as an organized community to become investors by becoming shareholders, bringing together those who wish to intervene in any area of national life, and through that it becomes very easy to have impact on what happens at home. I have no doubt that with these communities we can even have an agenda where we negotiate with these governments, where people become pensioners, because I've seen pensioners from UK who are UK citizens coming and buying holiday homes in Gambia. And what they earn as pensioners there, when taken to the Gambia, is abundant money. So we can still negotiate where pensioners from this country will have their pension paid to them at home, whilst they enjoy a tremendous life at home with that quantity of money. I believe strongly that those are issues that can be negotiated, and those are issues that can improve our general welfare. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Sallah. Mr. Sallah, welcome.
Thank you.
Nte uluta kiane ngamere kialo ne tankulare bare nkro opta Banjul, so ngelo ne fana long time ago nte manke UDP nkati manke doiti manke any other parties ntemu NCP quality hani kabi so nteni bembenta political campaign trail kono many times bari ku kilinente ku danta nen jakal jang lafta ñinen karo kele wollela kabiri ya jambe bina power ntenga ya jambe lom before amana power mol be jameni o weakness very poor man another power 22 years janabe bolaji ya kalilay doku ache capitaloti lafta yemma ko ya fonye as parliamentarian kabiri ya fongola time ite be parliament le inene traje ya kodo bo minne masa kundala kodo lem banko la kodo ay kalila do ko wala fa fangola kodo lem number 1 number 2 ye reconcile kumo fo yang an injustice ndela ftalo na Mr. Sallah nte badingol na relatives mbadingol e batata ya jame bulokono mbadi ngo fata je mbadi ndona la molbe wolbe dunia karakoto le manchino Gambia ikadia mu reconcile la jang an injustice asifa nyadi because inte personally anina family lu ani modolu molmen mister ya jambela bulokono la fitalo na le mune hapunta mune keta inena mawolu mention recently parliament ngela diamo jube nte kal follow bakele justice minister nata ko ye ya la fengdol frost I count number jamalu soto property jamalu ite lotale parliament iko justice minister proof you want to proof pour kaya la fengulu tano abulu ko ya corrupt ol tole iko lafta proof la proof so ntolbe alon kabiri nyimina power fenta abulu o fango mun tole proof let number 1 nteni tebe be politiko kono leno ngajele je kata nyan so do maninde ya so woto en jakal bake ite lote ko proof ikamune proof fo ite fo be je wato men janning changes be kala ntekela comment jamala moyno ya teng saying il after justice yana iko no proof okay size ngachili na tuge say point Mr. Sallah nga point killing tuge lafta yemma ko to fana bo na imbadi ma ay nyinin ka kudo la je jabe bara man sene ya pa kente fe i keta ne domandinte ako molu latetele ite fon iko e knowledge soto do ila otumo ka fo we have knowledge, we have determination, we have this, we have that. So say kona tete men negotiate, you are deep part of it pour change isi soto kabirin change na te kwe konanga do ko chenga bango develop ila idea eta cabinet na parliament sa yemen foja iko tiamu ta ko nibe parliament lebe effective la so imani jabi ge bache ya ketane teng so ntalafte je koinde
nimbara ila nyinin karo wo beteyata bake bawo ni nyinin karo mandi jabiro teke nola woto ila nyinin karo beteyata bake follow iko mol fat dol yemant jumale ka wo be yitandi foroyale ka wol be yitandi kaytol men ya lon kon tole ya bampu pour ko ko membe kerim banko kan mem mu tiñarote asifo. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. But he asked in Mandinka, so I must, because there's another audience there he's talking to. He's not talking to you people. I know who he's talking to. So, Jumale ka wobe fo, mol ka information ta forea ka men safe, then ka use, then ka na ka forea jalay, ka forea kol jalay, ka Halifa Sallah nyol jalay, ko ibu ka kumofo, an wolle ka banko la kumofo. Follow iko jamaa yemant mun justice sifa le nyanta nala Minister of Justice ko ebe Truth and Reconciliation natila pour ka jibe tonya sitamono nyame wo janni abe nala loi ka folo hammole la foye hamme kayito dada folo wala mu bilti ya nati député bongot so wo hamme kayito amam futa folo so membe Minister of Justice bulu pour ka yitendi momen yemmant dol men ya lonko ifat dol men ya lonko ye torale wolbe justice soto la nyaadi amunta ko wobe mirakanne an wo hamma kayto mom futantol ma folo so molta lonna munebe nyunu bulu folo bari ni yen nyininka ntele beje ntele banko samba xam mba kala nyaadi ntebe men folo wala mo nyinti ko abete yata momo me ya lonko ye torale ila mo yemmanta e ba yitende la kafobe soto la me ya lonko e ba yitende la menketa bari ni e kumo fo wo mu tumiro leti ani tumiro dita e nyanta luwa tamande la me ya lonko abe wo tumiro la jibela momo me ya lonko ye kuleke memu tiñarot me ye mo fa ila kosi na jibe abe topato la nyame mo me ya lonko wala dimo soto wole ba yitandi la fo yi lafita kiti yo yeke bang o yi lafita kole danje wo be tula mol me ya lonko wole torata wole mu Truth and Reconciliation wole keta South Africa wole ya kendi tubabol manna wali yo yeke sonko yeke ku jama yeke men ye tubabol ni mo fingol bulandi nyobul wole keteje woto mo ma foko wole musilote men ya lonko wole ka tonya sabatinde fero lem dorong pour ka koma tu ye nyaato hayna pour ku kana continue men ya lonko abe banko waliyo nati la banko kan wo mu fero leti wo mu londo leti an mo bele nyanta sila ka wo kacha ka jibe mune be bete ala banko wala na jabiro mu wallet ko kule keta mo be ya lonko isi wol mutano yefa o si keno an mo ba fal ko ye mo faale woto ye faale wala ye bulandi ye tara bugu jawoto ila balokon wo fana si keno wo be mu justice let so woto a tuta mol bulu lafita ko tamande la nyamen pour nga koma tu ye sam hayna wala mun jabiroti je jamela nafulo yalo même fota député bungoto wo koyta lew ko karoning lolo nga même fo wala mu nyinti ko nyinu be ko tardendi ka momo men ya lonko e keta presidential candidate e kela aseto declare ntelebe je folo men nyanta kela wala mu president bala aseto declare ministers bela aseto declare momo men ke minister dum keta president no ila aseto ye men safeje wo fanam be declare la sani land commission be kering niyaje ko jamme yena banko ta lands commission be kering mebune kela mbetala lands commission ko wola no men declare tan teletam land commission be kiskisiro kela men yalon kun talum asa sendi mune batin na yeta commission of inquiry ka jibe fo jamme le tamu wo lante o amanta wo be watu jelu le tala janni wo commission be banna fo ya itandi ko ate manke wolano la ate man tamu lanot mol men yalon ko faratu men ketaje illa fita nun ka 1000 compounds boyndi ibe 180 compounds le fokan jamme yementa bari sani illa fita num baro la government ye 1000 compounds or more ka boyndi farat nemasu close to farat ni wo keta num mune be kala molbe baro la government jela nyaati soton tol ko nyanta tamala anin hakkilola ite ko tamandila anin jusola follow lands commission ala luwabe caring woto membe jamme man land commission la mol tombo bari luwabe caring ntol ko baro nyanta lands commission mol tombo na sani woli si momo me yalon ko yela land bondi bulu yeta yela kalame keje pour decision yeta yela land soto public enterprises ko jamme ko do taaje ite ko mune yakende molbe proof nyini kakan ibalon na aya taaje nyaadi men nyanta kela nun wo fota ka biring wato fang impasse be kering iko nying suñata ngamune fo wato kono ko ibe wo suñaro lon na nyaadi foye auditing ke mune be kering sañi i parata pour que auditing ke bari janning auditing be kala iko ibe commission of inquiry londila mune ya kendi itela audito kala membe missing ye yalon a mista nyaadi malo fo yikeno ko mo understand kende ke nko nyinula tamande nya ma kalamuta because ku menyanta kala ayesenia wole be dun kan nyoto ite ko ontele be ku dundi kan nyoto nta ko auditing iko fembuta nying ministry nying parastatal kono auditing ke kalo mune boteje yalon abute nyamen yalon ibe jumali tumika yewo noma itebe commission of inquiry lokanne pour yeta wo kiskisoro ke ibe kiskisoro ke nyaadi auditing manke me won foka tabanyango yeko sifatam fanso tumando mobe jamme yalon ko sifatam faso be kering Gambia nte ko sifatam faso man tare kering ba wote kenola nko kutun kannaya wole be kering sifatam faso man tare kering kutun kannaya wole be kering banko kan bawo ni si kanu ibella fila banko ye tama silo ka me yalon ko membo tay la siyoto na tata karambungoto abe karanna anyama namu messengerti na tata abe jo kendo sotala ni tata lopitan abe jaralo sotala anyama ba tolbe ngalon ko bi ni tata lopitan ite boro taraleje school jamabi kerim banko kam ya lonko ika jelule jo $16,000 na keta high school ot pour ye dunje and government schools mankanya wolbe karan na nyaadi woton te fe ni ko ibe mol dundi kan nyola nte ko mo be nyanta kela Gambian citizenity e nyanta tarlay fambulu yalon ko sembobe ite bulle wo sembole kanyanta fatam fan sote Gambia bele kanyanta bele karangoke ni rangoke yele bero jolon ibuka foko man kolbe nyin rangoke la fulobe nyin jangoke la jolabe ranko wala fo len hani bele karangoke ya jolon suturo kono pour que mol tambinde ay ke nyim banko la nyaaton ko si fatam fan sole isi la nidia carte fayoke ni ya ke fanan ibe nyaaton ko sotala bari ni wo nyaaton ko sotala fanan ibe do ko la Gambia man so kundala na banko la iketa masenjete ila salary amang wuli killing si fo ni mo keta president wote ya tombong si fatam fanso kamma fo wo ba kendi la ila joye la fa ni la fita ni be juuti jola fo wala ba fa la ko bawo mbota si killing ite juuti jola yalo mo be mu ko molete me yalon ko mol ka mol filindi doron wala ya kendi batabe kafu kan amantala bawo ni manke nganye killingot nga tamande nya kendo nyini banko be tula koma ate tala nyaato nakuma labon ite ko nte mu lonnalet nkake nganya wot mune ya kendi sanyi paso fele mata nko tamandir nya wala ka banko samba nyaato tamandir nya wala ka seyndi koma nko ni pati jamaabe ku kono ni mu coalition quality pour que jamme bondi bari pati jamaale be je mire ya jamaale be je nko barol lemu executive aka memuta wala ka tam ku jamaabe je mbuka dung ato because mole mu men yem buunya mbuka la fi nga ku fo men ba kendila ay tora wo doron le na damuta bari kumo membe ndato ni ngafo mote nyini karo kala kote ani moyem pusi mbafala de bari nta fala sanyi akomma yata ya kala muto ko ntele mu ala advice ti bari men koyta fang vice president ko jibe fonta ma safe ko vice president nyanta tombon fa ya tombon nibe mo koto yiko nying nyanta kala amake an yesije ite mu sifalati moko nying nyele nyanta kala ite ko ntenga sembo soton ta kala an atele mu yamar lalt so ite be mune kala je kote ke ani sita je mo be jela nyaadi ni ko ko tiñata ko itele ya tiña ila fata wole la nte ko ni tarata ya National Assembly me yamaro dila ateba tombonna alla fata men tombonna ayake bunya ya tarantema or mo ya tarantema bawo alla fata men abakela ntite sembo sotala pour ka bali pour ayake woto bawo ormo bentema woli nyanta continue ni nga ko kuje ngafo ate ba jibela fo abakela o ababulala ku jamaabe je mbe ko so woto akuma ata mol yalo ngonya ko hanika bi ntol mo banku dingol lati membe banko sambala nyato mbafala men ye sembo sor pour ka tamandi aba tamandi la an wole ko mat wol mu banku kanoti ka toñaafo même banko sambala ñaato ni yenje nga kumo fo men ya lon ko amanke toñaati isin jalay bari me toñaafo kanne e ko ite mu sifalati e kumo lankan men ya lon ko amanke toñaati because kumo be ya même fo fahamu bari yale mu don ntebe même fo kanne ko men soneyata pour que toña soto juuna nka wole fo wol ka sila jangota wala yam fata sañi iba fo kende ko ntele be ko wolti ñaka andi mbar
Good evening, Mr. Sallah. My name is Pamur Job, and I've been living in Norway for the last 26 years, and I am one of the pioneers of the Gambia Armed Forces, which we started when I was a fresh graduate from school. I have to thank you very much for your position during the standoff with the late Jumus. Because to be frank, you know, I mean, I would congratulate your braveness, because you risked your life, you could have been killed, but we all saw in the diaspora that you were in fact running the government whilst Barrow was in Dhaka and taking care of things properly. And as we all are politically aware of that, it is very easy to make a constitutional coup or in those circumstances which you were not interested. Your most interest was the Gambian people. That's what you were interested in. I have a very good question that have been haunting me for a while since the new government came, which is the security of our nation, which I think is the Gambia, according to my own analysis, there is a false sense of security because of the presence of the ECOMOG forces. My reason for saying this is that I haven't seen any real action that has been taken to bring about change in the Gambia Armed Forces. I have seen people being appointed, Masane Kinte and these others. But with my experience, and I can say that, I mean, these people, they don't even know where to start when it comes to security. I think Lamin is here. He was also with the Zandam. He was the secretary of Chongan during the territorial. He lives in Denmark. He's my friend visiting. And he also have contributed a lot in the Gambia Armed Forces. And I think that, I mean, this, the economic are not going to be there forever. And this is very, very, very important to us. We who have served in the armed forces and who really know how the Gambian Armed Forces was created. So, yeah, that's my question.
Yeah. Well, I believe it's an opportunity for a person with this experience to really visit home, have an audience, discuss what you can actually contribute in that particular area. I believe that there are still possibilities of Gambians with competence to be able to go back, check the wave. If you want me to link you to the authorities, I do not mind doing that, and really check the possibility of handling the situation. I am privy to what happened for Masane Kinte to actually come to the Gambia. I think it was meant to avert a crisis which may have occurred between the economic forces and the forces that were left in the Gambia. I believe you know that he was a special advisor initially. Yeah, so essentially there are reasons why people have come as a result of an emergency situation to handle quite a lot of things in that country. But as you move from emergency, I think if others have something to contribute, I will just advise that don't take a rivalry position, take an accommodative position, go back there as an expert. You are not resident there at the moment. You don't need them for your survival and development. But you would want maybe to contribute to the development of the nation. My situation and the situation you are in and others are in, Gambians with competence are in, is actually different. In the sense that I was a presidential candidate. And I have to be honest. I cannot come to a point where you try to undermine a government by being part of the government and criticizing the government at the same time. Yeah, so as a result, my honesty is to be outside and indicate what I feel they are doing wrong, and so that they'll have a path. So that is the difference. Because, for you people, you can actually assume responsibilities, because we need to save the Gambia. We need to take Gambia to a particular level. During the 3 years, he wants to stay, or if he wants to go beyond the 3 years, it cannot be more than 5 years. But during that period, I think all hands should be on deck to make Gambia better. And all of us should put our will there to push Gambia to move forward.
I think we would end it here. And thank you very much. It has been a very, very fruitful, a very enriching, very, very enriching discussion. So without wasting much time, I would call on Mr. SAIDOUBAH Samate to come and conclude. Mr. SAIDOUBAH, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks a lot, all of you, for being here with us today or tonight. And we definitely appreciate your presence here. I know it is the condition back home that brought most of you here to hear from the, as they say, horse mouth. When we decided to invite Mr. Sallah, this was before he became a member of parliament. He was very convinced that it was important for him to meet us too. And when he was elected, we were seriously in doubt if he will be able to make it up. We spoke to him. He said he will make it. That shows the importance he sees in meeting us and discussing with us. And when we informed him that people in Denmark, in Germany will also want to meet him, it was okay for him. And a person like Mr. Sallah, for some of us, maybe it has been for 22 years. But for him, I've known him for more than that, and I know the first time I met him where I met him. It was not in an office or in anywhere. So in this struggle, he has been there for quite a long time, sacrificing everything in his life. His job, his family, his friends, and everything for the love of his country and people. So we are very, very, very grateful to have him with us here. Thank you very much, Mr. Sallah. Come.
Continue more than ever. We'll build up now. Now we'll build up. Yeah. Now we'll be together. Yeah.